Welcome back to another episode of Data Cleaning with Pandas. This is already part 3 of my series, and today we are going to talk about some slicing and indexing again, since this is a crucial part when working with data frames. So let's first have a look at the data again with survey_df.head. So you should already know how the data is structured. This is the data frame again. Just to remember, if you use the head method, the default value is 5, so it shows the 5 rows. Now let's have a look at gender. We can do it by using the loc method. So survey_df.loc, and in square brackets you pass in the sequence. So if you want to get the values of certain rows, let's say the first 50, you can pass in the range. Now example 0 to 49. Remember, we have 0 indexing in Python for the rows argument, and you can put the column label of which you want to return the values. So here you can see the answers for the first 50 observations. Let's have a look at the column labels again. You can do that by survey_df.columns. So what if we want to return not only one value but several values? For example, from main branch until country. Yeah, you just pass in the first and last label like you do it with indexes and separate it with a semicolon. You can do that by just writing survey_df.log in square brackets. You pass in the sequence of the rows you want to observe, and then you pass in the sequence of the code from main branch. And here we go. You see main branch until country. We have 3 columns and all the entries. So 49 rows. 50 rows in total. All right, let's move on to some indexing. We are using the sample data frame we have used in the first episode. It's just to show you some basic indexing. Basically, we have the default index numbers, as you can see, 0, 1, 2. Yeah, sometimes it makes sense to have unique identifiers for each row, like a row label. In our case, we could use the email addresses since they must be unique. All right, we have 3 email addresses and they are all unique, so probably that's a good choice to make it the index. We can set the new index by peoples_df.setIndex. Just pass in the column to set the index. Let's have a look. Oh, remember you have to assign it to a variable. And it worked perfectly. You can then use the log the same way as used when indexes were numbers. So peoples_df.log square brackets, you pass in the email address as row label and last name as column label. Here we go. So furthermore, you can still use iloc since it looks for position instead of labels. So just pass in the index position at 0 and you you receive the first row. Yeah, that's it for today. Happy coding and studying. Wish you a very, very productive week. Stay tuned for more about Pandas and Python, machine learning and blockchain. And yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Twitter or other. Thanks and goodbye.